Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be making this beautiful French onion crockpot roast using a homemade onion broth. Well, let's start off by making the homemade onion broth. I'm going to start off by putting some beef tallow into my saucepan here. You can use butter if that's what you have, but I have homemade beef tallow. And then I'm going to add 2 chopped medium-sized onions into that, and I am going to cook that until it's caramelized. Just stirring it every so often to, make sure all the onions are evenly cooked. I need a little bit more of my beef tallow, so I'm going to put that in there. And then we're just going to stir it and make sure all the little onion pieces are separated, and we want those to be a nice golden brown. And don't forget to add a little bit of salt to that. It looks like they are almost ready to be done. So we are going to add some apple cider vinegar and deglaze the pan. And we are going to add a little bit, not much, just a little bit of minced garlic. And then we are going to add 3 cups of water. I'm going to add some thyme. And we're just going to make sure that pan is completely deglazed. And then we are going to set it in the back burner to simmer. Oh, well, maybe not the back burner. And after it's almost all the way done, I'm going to go ahead and mash up these onions as best that I can, because I want my onions to completely dissolve when they are cooking in the beef. So now we are going to prepare our beef roast, and we're just going to sear it really nicely, or as nicely as I can. I'm not really good at searing my meat. So yeah, we're just going to put it on there, try to, instead of using butter or something like that to sear my meat, I did use some beef tallow. I'm just trying to sear all of the edges really nicely. And in the bottom of my crock pot, I'm going to put 2 onions that are sliced thinly. And then we are going to add some garlic, minced garlic. I'm going to add a packet of onion soup mix. I wanted to use beefy onion soup mix, but I didn't have any, so I'm using regular onion soup mix. And for the extra beefy flavor, I am going to smash up 1 little small bouillon cube, beef bouillon cube. And then we are going to add some Worcestershire sauce. And then we are also going to add some balsamic vinegar for depth and caramelization. And we're going to add some thyme. And I also wanted to add some rosemary, but I couldn't find it, so I didn't add any. And here we go. I am adding my homemade onion broth, putting some of the mashed onions in there, and also as much of the fluid as I could get out of the pan. Now we are going to slightly stir this a little bit. And then we are going to put our seared roast right on top there. Doesn't that look amazing? And then I did have some onion soup broth left over, so I'm going to put some of those mashed onions right on top there with a little bit of the broth. And we are going to put that on high for 5 hours. And this is how it's going to look. Come look at my roast.
Give me 1 second. Oh, does that look good?
I used the fork to split it all apart.
Gosh, does that look good? Nice and tender. Look at that. Oh, you gonna thicken that or leave it?
I'm leaving it just like that, the au jus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I think that's going to taste better as an au jus rather than a gravy.
I'm gonna get plates on.
And this is what it looks like on my plate. I also made some roasted carrots and beets with a balsamic glaze. I'll have the recipe for that also in the description. And then I made some instant mashed potatoes with garlic, chives, parsley, and onion powder. It turned out amazing, guys. I couldn't use the audio while we were sitting here enjoying the first part of our dinner because I started swearing. I don't normally do that, you know, start swearing in the middle of while I'm recording, but, you know, we have life stuff that happens to us, and sometimes we get upset, and when we discuss it, we usually discuss it over dinner. So I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you have a chance to make this roast beef and possibly the onion broth or the carrots and beets as well. Thank you so much, and have a wonderfully delicious day. Like and subscribe.